my speech will be over whether or not women can have both a family and career. At a young age, both males and females, I feel like, are installed with the idea that men provide financially while the woman stays at home, take care of the kids and the household. And over the years, more women have accomplished having both. And I just believe that we shouldn't have to choose. Women should not have to choose. It should not be made such a big deal to choose having a family over a career, or really even made into a big deal on whether or not what you choose. If you, for instance, if you do choose to have a career instead of a family, that should be fine. You shouldn't be judged upon it. Because as is, I feel like a lot of women are hard on themselves about how good of mothers they are or how far they get in their career, and just how far up. Because I feel like whenever you have a family, people look upon you as you won't be able to handle this much, or you already have a lot of stuff to take care of, and just so on and so on. And at this point in time, technology has developed so much that a lot of work can be done at home, or a lot of jobs are able to be home-based, which even then you still need a time for family and a time for work. And family should always be prioritized before work. And then also while reading one of the articles, I read that, I read that the lady in Women Need to Stop Choosing Career or Family, that during her women's conferences, she mentions how it wouldn't hurt for women to ask their employer if they can come in at later hours during the day, or just anything, or leave maybe a little bit earlier to work around their schedule. And really the only thing they can tell them is no. And that's fine. And the idea that men are able to work out of town or work longer hours, and they aren't judged upon it as being bad fathers or not being there all the time and just interacting as much. Whereas women, even if they do have full-time jobs, they're expected to still do, or there's, I think it was a percentage that they have maybe 2/3. They do 2/3 more work at home still, even if they have full-time jobs. And that was also in Women Need to Stop Choosing Career or Family. That, yeah, they still do, after having a full-time job, they come home and do 2/3 more work at home than the male. And they're supposed to be there emotionally and everything, whereas, so they like make all the appointments that the kids need. They take them to all the appointments. They're there for all the activities and everything, whereas men aren't even expected to be as much. And some examples of people that have both is Allison Felix, and she's been in the news recently. She's in the Olympic, or she's on the USA Olympic team, and she had a kid, and it's sponsored by Nike, and Nike does not guarantee salaries to women that are pregnant or just had a baby. And her and some others mentioned how the U.S. Olympic and U.S. track and field dropped their health insurance while having a child. And then they're like there to basically that, well, not there, but they do stuff for the Nike. So they sponsor Nike. They show off brands for Nike, whereas Nike is basically not there for them once they have a family or anything outside of that career. And so basically, after Allison stepped up and made it into an ordeal that Nike is doing that to them, Nike has made it where they changed their agreement, and so basically they can't drop people, or if anything they can just lower down salaries some. they can't cut back on people. And she said she felt like doing this because she's bigger now. It's just not about her. It's also about her child. And I just think that really at this point, it just should not be a big deal for women to have a family and a career. It should not still be questioned. It should not be made into a big deal on what they choose. And really, it just shouldn't have to choose at this point.